would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy names, which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in the Padma Purana. Number 1, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Number 2, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. Number 3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Number 4, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank you all for joining the Bhakti Sangha conference call. Let us move to the next section, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined the call this morning?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvind Das from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvindaksha Prabhuji, Dandvat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, the Priya Mataji. Please accept this. India, Pune.
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji, Dandvat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Mataji, your voice is breaking again.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Narmada Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from Texas. Your internet is also not good, Mataji.
Mine also, Mataji? Oh.
Yes, Mataji.
Oh, Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome, Mataji. Dandavat Pranams. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Now it is good, Mataji, yours.
Now it's good. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Priya Narmada Mataji, Yoga Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Narmada Mataji. Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Baladev ki jai, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Narmada Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all the assembled devotees on the call, and all glories to your service on the call. This is Anita Ramya from Sharjah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Ramya Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams to you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to all the assembled Vaishnavas. Vasundhara Devi Dasi from Bangalore. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vasundhara Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Narmada Mataji. This is Kamodaki Dasi from Baltimore. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj and all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Kamadiki Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Narmada Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from Lincoln.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Are there any other devotees who would like to introduce themselves?
I see Prabhuji on the call. Do you want to start, Mataji?
Yeah, sure, Mataji. We can read the introduction. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Baladev Prabhuji on the call to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, 19th chapter, slokas 8 and 9. Yeah, before handing over the call to Prabhuji, Mataji, please take over the call and give a brief introduction about Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Dear devotee, this is a brief introduction for His Grace Baladev Das Prabhuji. His Grace Baladev Prabhuji is a senior brahmachari at Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Temple, Ishkon, Chowpatty. He is a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. Prabhuji was born in a devotee family. Academically, he has bachelor's degree in physics. He worked for some time before dedicating his life full-time in service of Srila Prabhupada's mission. Prabhuji is spearheading the preaching initiatives for the ISKCON Youth Services that trains thousands of young students in the science of Krishna consciousness. He is also involved in innumerable other services like serving on the Yatra Committee and leading books distribution service for ISKCON Chowpatty. He's a counselor, a mentor, and a guide to many devotees. He also travels internationally to countries in the African and Central American continents to spread the message of Krishna consciousness. Over to you, Mataji, and Dandavat Pranam to Baladev Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisance. Over to you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for the introduction. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, can you all hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for giving your valuable time and association to us this morning and enlightening us with the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. And please take over the call, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimurandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shivatapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lita Shri Vishakhanvitam Sha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Vishtarini Vancha Kalpatarubhesha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the Bhagavatam class. We are continuing our reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 6th canto, chapter number 19, text number 8 and 9. Avishesham cha juhuyad anale dvadashahuti Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Swahiti. Translations and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. We cannot hear you.
No, I'm not beginning this one. Translation. Shukdev Goswami continued, after worshipping the Lord with all the paraphernalia mentioned above, one should chant the following mantra while offering 12 oblations of ghee on the sacred fire. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Swaha. This translation, this verse has no purport, so we take the next verse. Shriyam Vishnum cha Vararao Ashisham Prabhavav Ubho Bhaktya Sampujaye Nityam Yadichet Sarva Sampada. If one desires all appearances, his duty is to daily worship Lord Vishnu with his wife Lakshmi. With great devotion, one should worship him according to the above mentioned process. Lord Vishnu and the goddess of fortune are an immensely powerful combination. They are the bestowers of all benedictions and the sources of all good fortune. Therefore, the duty of everyone is to worship Lakshmi Narayan. Lakshmi Narayan, purport. Lakshmi Narayan, Lord Vishnu and Mother Lakshmi are always situated in everyone's heart. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Vindeshe Arjuna Tishtati. However, because non-devotees do not realize that Lord Vishnu stays with his eternal consort Lakshmi within the hearts of all living entities, they are not endowed with the opulence of Lord Vishnu. Unscrupulous men sometimes address a poor man as Daridra Narayan or Poor Narayan. This is most unscientific. Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi are always situated in everyone's heart. But this does not mean that everyone is Narayan, especially not those in poverty. This is a most abominable term to use in connection with Narayan. Narayan never becomes poor, and therefore he can never be called Daridra Narayan. Narayan is certainly situated in everyone's heart, but he is neither poor nor rich. Only unscrupulous persons who do not know the opulence of Narayan try to afflict him with poverty. Hare Krishna. So this is a beautiful chapter where Pumsavan vow is being described in details. Currently, the verses which we are discussing since last 2-3 days, a series of verses mentions about how one should, how in this vow, this vrata, one should worship Lord Narayan along with Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune. So in this purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions that how Narayan is never alone. He is always accompanied with Lakshmi Devi. In fact, Srila Prabhupada mentions that in everyone's heart, Lord Narayan stays along with Lakshmi. We always hear about Lord as Paramatma in our heart. But Prabhupada gives a more revelation here that wherever Narayan is there, always Lakshmi is also accompanied. We also see so many deities of Lord Narayan in traditional temples in India and other places also. And you'll find on the heart of Lord Narayan stays Shri or Vish or Lakshmi. It's a beautiful pastime of how Lakshmi once got angry when Bhrigu Muni came and he charged his feet at the heart of Lord Narayan. So Lord Narayan was not very kind of agitated. He was very tolerant. In fact, he started worshipping and massaging the feet of Bhrigu Muni, and Bhrigu Muni became very impressed. So finally, Bhrigu was convinced that the Lord of all Lords, the Supreme Lord, is Lord Narayan. So he went away, but Lakshmi was very hurt because the place where Bhrigu Muni had hit was the chest of Lord Narayan, and that is a place, Vakshastare. That is a place where Shri or Lakshmi stays. So she became very annoyed. How can a mere sage can come and hit at the chest or the very place where she stays? So we see that wherever Lord Narayan resides, Lakshmi also resides. She is very chaste to Narayan. So taking this point into consideration, Srila Prabhupada also mentioned in the purport that in every living entity's heart, Lakshmi Narayan reside. And Prabhupada says that people who are scrupulous, they are people who can construe different meanings. They take Narayan word and call people who are poor as Daridra Narayan. So then Prabhupada is saying this kind of connecting Narayan with a poor man and making Narayan poor is completely illogical, because Narayan can never be poor. In fact, Narayan can never be rich also. He is beyond rich and poor. He is transcendental. And Lakshmi, who is the most sought after goddess in this material world, for Lakshmi, for wealth, she is the one who is always seeking the association of God Narayan. So there are many wonderful connections which we can make about Lakshmi and Narayan as mentioned in the purport. I was just thinking during reading this purport that we are just in corner now, around the corner, about to celebrate the beautiful appearance day of Srimati Radharani, who is the original goddess of fortune. She is the origin of even Lakshmi. In the Vaishnava commentaries of our Acharya, they mentioned that how Radharani is the one who expands as Lakshmi in Vaikuntha. She expands as the Dwarika queens, and she also expands as the gopis in Vrindavan. So she is a Ladini Shakti. She provides enjoyment to Krishna, and through her various expansions, as Krishna expands, then she also expands to provide all the enjoyment to Krishna and Krishna's expansion. So as Vaikuntha, Narayan is there, Lord Krishna expands in Vaikuntha as Narayan. So Lord Srimati Radharani also expands as Sahasra Lakshmi, various Lakshmis in Vaikuntha lokas to provide enjoyment to Narayan. Just like Lord Narayan has 4 hands, so Lakshmi also has 4 hands there. Beyond that, when Krishna appears as Dwarka Krishna, Vasudeva Krishna, then Srimati Radharani expands as the queens of Dwarka. And when she expands as 16,108 queens. And she is providing all the enjoyment to Krishna, what Krishna needs. Now here in this case, because Krishna comes as 2-arm form in Dwarka Leela, so the queens of Dwarka also come in 2-arm form. So Krishna does manifest 4-arm forms also sometimes in Dwarka, but primarily he comes in 2-arm form. So this is a wonderful connection of how the Srimati Radharani expands as queens of Dwarka. So first as Lakshmi in Vaikuntha, then queens in Dwarka, and beyond the queens in Dwarka, in Goloka Vrindavan, Radharani expands as gopis. So we know the beautiful story that how Lakshmi is trying her best to enter into Vrindavan Brajbhumi, but she doesn't get chance to enter the Ras Leela. Why? Because she is carrying the Aishwarya Ras, the Aishwarya mood. Similarly, the queens of Dwarka, they also carry the Aishwarya mood, and they also have a lot of adoration for the gopis of Vrindavan. And they are amazed at how Krishna, even though he is with 16,108 beautiful ladies, queens of Dwarka, but in his night time when he's sleeping, and his sleeping is unconsciously or consciously, whatever you can say, chanting the names of Radharani and gopis and devotees of Vrindavan. So even they are also intrigued that what is so much in Vrindavan, simple village people, that Krishna is always thinking of them. Even though Krishna spent only 11 years of his life in Vrindavan, and rest of his life was with either in Mathura or more later in Dwarka. But still Krishna remembers each and every day in the night time while sleeping. He is chanting the names of devotees of Braj. And therefore when they were intrigued, they said that Krishna wanted to tell them or make them understand the intricacies of love of the gopis of Vrindavan and Srimati Radharani. So one day Krishna feigned or transcendentally pretended to have a headache. And all the Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
All the queens of Dwarka, they were little kind of very much thinking why Krishna is always thinking of Braj gopis. So Krishna arranged for a headache, and when the queens of Dwarka were very much affected by Krishna's headache, they turned to Narad Muni for help. So Narad Muni went and asked Krishna, Krishna, we want to relieve your headache. What is the best thing we can do? And Krishna told that if you give me the dust of the feet of my from the feet of my devotees, my headache will go away. So Narad Muni said, that's so nice, so easy. Immediately turned to the queens of Dwarka. Can someone of you just give dust of your feet and will apply on the head of Krishna and he'll be completely okay? And the queens of Dwarka were worried, how can we do that? And the queen of Dwarka were aghast to hear from Narad Muni that how can Narad Muni even ask from us the dust of our feet? And if we offer dust of our feet to Krishna, will go to hell. So immediately they told Narad Muni, hey Narad Muni, this is not possible. How it is possible? We are always worshipping Krishna. We are aspiring to the dust of Krishna's feet. How can um, we apply our dust, our feet's dust to Krishna? So the Narad Muni uh, immediately approached the gopis in Vrindavan. And seeing Narad Muni, all the gopis were very happy and they asked Narad Muni from where he was coming. And Narad Muni informed that he is coming from Dwarka. So they asked, how is Krishna? And Narad Muni showed a concerned look on his face. Narad Muni said, Krishna has a very intense headache. And yes, so Narad Muni said that, well, there is a solution also. Solution is that Krishna's headache will be relieved from the dust of the feet of the devotees of Krishna. So immediately gopis started brushing their feet and collecting dust, all of them, and made a huge pile of dust and told Narad Muni, take this for now and also take extra for later in case Krishna's headache comes back. You can always apply this to Krishna's head. So Narad Muni asked the gopis, hey, if I take this dust of your feet, don't you know that by giving your dust to Supreme Lord Krishna, you may go to hell? And the gopis said, we don't mind. If by our going to hell, if Krishna's headache is relieved, even for a moment, we don't mind going to hell. So by this pastime, Krishna very beautifully, through the medium of Narad Muni, taught all the wonderful devotees in the whole creation that how Srimati Radharani expands into multifarious energies as Lakshmi, as the queens of Dwarka, as gopis. But the best of all devotees is Srimati Radharani. And even among gopis, we see the topmost devotee is Srimati Radharani. So Srimati Radharani plays a very pivotal role in the life of Krishna's devotees. It's a very nice story from Vrindavan. I'll just narrate this story which explains how Radharani is very merciful. One day, Lord Krishna was waiting for, with all the gopis. Lord Krishna had played his flute and he wanted all the gopis to come along with Radharani for Ras Leela. So Krishna played his flute and all the gopis came except Srimati Radharani. And Krishna was waiting for a long time. The gopis also waiting. And finally Krishna became very upset and Krishna began to sob or cry that why Radharani has not come so far. And finally, out of nowhere, Radharani was like, she came running and she came in front of Krishna and saw Krishna was crying. She asked all the gopis, Lita and Vishaka, why Krishna is crying? Oh, Krishna is waiting for you. You made him wait long this time. So Radharani immediately touched the beautiful face of Krishna and said, why are you crying, my dear Krishna? Come already again. And while when Radharani was touching the face of Krishna, something which was sticking on Radharani's hand stuck to Krishna's face. And that was some rice and dal. And Krishna was little intrigued. What is this rice and dal in your hand? First of all, you come late, you don't wash your hands after eating, and you touch your same hand on my face and make my face dirty with the dal and rice. Then Radharani mentioned, this is not dirty. It is dal and rice which the same hands which I fed your own devotees on my way. So Krishna said, what is my own devotees you have fed? So Radharani told, see, you are Krishna. You are always attracting everyone. So you attract so many devotees to Vrindavan. And they all leave everything from this world. And they come down to Vrindavan to surrender unto you. Right? So Krishna says, yes, that is my business to attract everyone. But Radharani said, but you attract everyone to Vrindavan. But what about when they come to Vrindavan? Who manages or maintains them? You start playing your flute and you're in your own world attracting everyone. But when they come here, it is my duty to maintain them. So today when I was coming down to meet you as you played the flute, I saw that it was raining very heavily. And I found three great devotees of yours. They were doing bhajan throughout the day. In the evening, they had to go and do some madhugari, beg alms. But because of rains, they decided not to go and remain fasting. So I was not very happy. So I went quickly back to the place where I stay in Barsana. I cooked some rice for them, dal and rice, and I bought those dal and rice pots and I fed them, and they were very happy. So while feeding them and while cooking for them, I became late. Is my voice very low? I'm getting messages here.
No, Prabhuji, fine.
Fine, thank you. So yes. So where were we? We were in Vrindavan, right? We came back to the material world. So in Vrindavan, Srimati Radharani mentioned to Krishna that you are very expert in attracting everyone, but I have to take care of all the devotees of yours in Vrindavan. So Krishna said, yes, that is my job to attract everyone. I give hope to everyone that you come to Krishna consciousness, you will be very blissful, everything will go all right. And everyone keeps faith on me and they come to Krishna consciousness. But once they come to Krishna consciousness, it's a long journey. And then Radharani, that's your job then to keep motivating them throughout the journey that you came to Krishna consciousness, just continue. I'm giving hope that you will make it soon. So we can see that how while Krishna plays a fatherly act, it is Srimati Radharani who plays the motherly act of loving and caring for the devotees of Krishna. And that's why you find all our acharyas, um, they have taken shelter of Srimati Radharani. By taking shelter of Srimati Radharani, then we can easily take shelter of Krishna. Even our Srila Prabhupada, when he went to USA, America, on his way in the Jaladuta, he wrote two bhajans, very beautiful ones. And one of them is Krishna Tava Punya Have Bhai. In that bhajan, Srila Prabhupada prays that if you want to get blessings, if you want to please Krishna, then first you need to have blessings of Srimati Radharani. Krishna Tava Punya Hobe Bhai, Je Punya Karibe Jabe, Radha Rani Khushi Hobe. So if you want to please Krishna, first we need Srimati Radharani's blessings. So you find here that how the Srila Prabhupada also mentioned to us that we are worshipping Shri Radha and Krishna, the highest worshipful forms in the whole of universe. But while we are on the stage of new bhaktas or sadhakas, the deities of Radha Krishna accept our offerings, accept our worship in the form of Lakshmi Narayan. So we find that how even Radharani and Krishna are so concerned and so compassionate that they step down to lower levels of their accepting worship, but still accept our worship and give us a chance to practice Krishna consciousness. So we find this wonderful incident of this particular story of Vrindavan, where Srimati Radharani demonstrates to her beautiful life that how she.
Uh, Prabhuji, can you keep your mic a little closer to your mouth? Yeah, the sound volume is not good. Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Now it's better?
Yes, Prabhuji, much better.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry for the disturbance. Yes. So where were we? Yeah. So one time I also remember a beautiful incident which happened many years back when I had got a chance to go to Kumbh Mela. Kumbh Mela is a very big gathering of all kinds of religious people. That's in India in uh, Prayag, the confluence of Ganga, Jamuna, and Saraswati. So literally crores of people come to take bath at auspicious times, and there are tents over acres and acres of land where people come and do food for life or preach. So ISKCON also following the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada had told that we should do some preaching activity in Kumbh Mela. So we had a tent in Kumbh Mela many years, 15 years back story. So in Kumbh Mela, what happens is because people come from all over India, especially villagers come from very far distant places, carrying their bags on their head with the entire family, with the only hope that they will able to take bath in the Ganga Jamuna Saraswati confluence and get some prasad and then go back. And they literally have to do like walk around 15, 20 kilometers literally. So and because people walk all the way, villagers come, so many people come there. It's a big rush event. Crowd is much. So they also have this. There's always chance of people losing their family members. So at many locations in Kumbh Mela, they have this lost and found announcements done. That means they have booths where they find someone lost. Then the people come there and they announce in the mic, and the sound system is all over the whole Mela area, and they mention that this person is lost, person's name is so and so, and is looking for this person, his family member. Kindly come to this booth and collect your family members. So this kind of announcements keep happening all the way through. So one time, one small kid got lost, and someone saw this small kid crying. So he brought him to the lost and found booth. So when he came to lost and found booth, so the people who were there in charge of the booth, they asked the boy, "What's your name?" In Hindi, they asked, "What's your name?" So the boy was so small, he did not know his original name. He only knew that his name was Munnu. Munnu is a very short nickname with sometimes small children are called by. So what kind of name Munnu is it? Anyways, if at least some name like Mohan Kumar or Sushil Kumar, something some resemblances. I mean, Munnu is something which is a common name, nickname. So anyways, okay, Munnu, whom do you who has brought you here? He said, my mother has brought me here. Oh wow, your mother brought you here. Okay, what is the name of your mother? He said, my mother's name is Ma. He said, how can mother's name be Ma? But that's what this boy knew. He would always call his mother as Ma. He never had even known that his mother had a name also. The only thing by which he would call his mother was by the word Ma. He said, my mother is Ma and my name is Munnu. So now there was a very big confusion. How to make an announcement that Munnu is lost and mother is Ma, please come and pick up your child. Very strange thing. So they're trying to get some more information from this boy. He said, okay, your mother's name is Ma, your name is Manu. How does your mother look? And the boy said, she is very, very beautiful. Oh, is it? She's very beautiful. Is she beautiful than everyone in this world? And the child said, yes, she is so beautiful, so loving, and so caring. So what happened is they had a big log book where they had a lot of photos of many mothers. So they opened the log book and said, see these photos of all beautiful ladies who previously were lost here. So, do you have someone here? Your mother is there in that? So the boy went to the whole album and all beautiful ladies where photos were there. Said, no, none of them are as beautiful as my mother is. Said, my mother is the most beautiful. So finally they made an announcement that this boy Munnu is lost and his village is Gao, he calls it Gao, and his mother is Ma. So anyone who knows around, please come and pick up your child. Munnu is crying here. And the Munnu was crying, so they put the mic near the mouth of the Munnu, and the Munnu was crying, Ma, Ma, where are you? So everyone was like able to hear this sound of this child crying. Literally after 1 hour, one very thin lady from village comes running, and she comes running and sees this Munu, and she comes and embraces the Munu and kisses Munu. And he said, who are you? He said, I am his mother. Oh, so finally you have come. He's waiting for you. He told me that his name is Munnu and your name is Ma. But he said that you are the most beautiful. And everyone was wondering that she doesn't look so beautiful because she's so frail and thin. And she's also not very fair. And then all realize that actually for that boy, she is the whole universe. Because she has given so much in love and care for this boy that this boy can only think of only one lady as the most loving, caring, and beautiful lady in the whole world, and that is his mother. So I'm just taking a whole point of view of this Mela. We are also lost in this Mela of this material world. Uh, we have lost our connection with our mother and father from the spiritual world. We have come here in material world and we are trying our best to enjoy, but we get so much of anxieties for little enjoyment we're trying to squeeze in. And all we now need is that love and care which we got from our original mother. And we're looking for that love and care in this material world from things around this material world. But the love and care will come from where? From mother. If an ordinary boy in this material world can feel that his or her mother is the ultimate thing in the whole universe, she is the most loving and caring and most beautiful. What more we can feel when we actually connect with our mother, who indeed is the most beautiful and most loving and most caring, and that is Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani plays a very important role in the life of a devotee. She is our connection to Krishna. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur would always mention, don't try to see Krishna, rather try to serve Krishna. Serve Krishna in such a way that Krishna wants to see you. And the emblem and personification of this statement of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is Srimati Radharani herself. Srimati Radharani, she is actually with Krishna. She is completely secured in service of Krishna. But yet, she wants that everyone should be engaged in serving Krishna. She's always pushing Lalita. She's pushing Vishaka to go and serve Krishna directly. She's pushing us, everyone in this material, to go and serve Krishna. And because she's pushing us, she's trying to push us towards Krishna. Therefore, Krishna is always eager to see her because she is always in the mood of seva. So that's what Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur has told us, that if we come in the mood of service, we're always in the mood of seva to Krishna, seva to devotees. So Krishna will be eager to see us because that's the mood we are following in the footsteps of Srimati Radharani. So Srimati Radharani and Krishna, they expand themselves as the Dwarka, Krishna and Rukmini, Krishna and Satyabhama, Krishna and Jambavati, and they expand as also as Lakshmi and Narayan. So, a very beautiful story once His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj spoke from the Ramayana. He mentioned that how once Sita and Ram, they were traveling on their exile of 14 years and they came to Dandakaranya forest. So when they entered Dandakaranya forest, the sages and the rishis and munis who were in the Dandakaranya forest, they welcomed Lord Ram and Sita. They were very happy that now they'll get chance to associate with Sita and Ram. And everyone was like offering flowers, offering paraphernalias, blowing conch shells, welcoming Sita and Ram. And Ram was very happy. He was also very happy to see the beauty of the beautiful forest of Dandakaranya. And Lord Ram then, while glancing on the forest of Dandakaranya, saw very far away a beautiful mountain. That mountain caught his attention because that mountain was white in color. And Lord Ram had experienced mountains which are black and brown and greenish on his tour. Indeed, he had never seen a white mountain because mountains are generally seen in the upper areas in the Himalayas where there is snowfall. So, quite intrigued, Lord Ram asked the sages and rishis and munis, such a beautiful mountain, white mountain, which mountain is this? And all the rishis and munis, they hung their head down in dismay. So Lord Ram thought that he had asked the wrong question. He said, I'm sorry for asking this question. And all the rishis said, no, no, the question is right, but this is not a mountain which you thought of. It's something else. And Lord Ram said, what is it? So Lord Ram went closer to the mountain and saw it was not a mountain, it was a heap, a big heap of bones and ashes. Lord Ram said, what is this? So all the sages said that Ravana's brother Kar and Dushan, they have made their residence in Dandakaranya, on the other part of Dandakaranya, other side of it. And they keep coming here and they eat all the rishis and munis when they're hungry. And after eating, they throw all these bones and everything in this place. And from that pile has come this mountain. So Lord Ram became very angry on hearing this. Lord Ram removed his arrow from his quiver and took his bow in hand, and he wanted to immediately put the arrow on the bow and shoot it, and through that arrow kill all the demons in the universe. As he was about to do it, Mother Sita stopped Lord Ram and said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I am going to kill all the demons today with one arrow of mine." And Sita said, "What? You're going to kill everyone whom you have not seen also from the demons race, demoniac race? Kill all of them?" "Yes, they deserve to be killed," Lord Ram said. Sita said, "What about some demons who are good in those dynasty? You're going to kill all of them." So Lord Ram said, "I'm angry on the whole dynasty now because they killed all my devotees here." So Sita kind of stopped Lord Ram from shooting that arrow, and Lord Ram agreed, being consented the desire of Sita, and Lord Ram. Then Sita asked Lord Ram that you promised me that before now you decided to kill all the demons in one shot. I'm not sure tomorrow you may do it again, and if now I'm not there, then you may do this very big bad activity in terms of killing everyone. Maybe some people may be good in that dynasty also. So he asked Lord Ram to take a vow that he would never shoot arrow again without her consent. So Lord Ram said, "That's not possible because I can't be waiting for you and then shoot arrows. So please forgive me. This time I am already taken a vow that I am going to protect all the sages and rishis. So please forgive me. But next time when I come back, in the next incarnation when I come, I promise you that I will not use any weapons to kill any demons." So Sita Devi was very happy with that vow. So next time when Lord Ram, after his finishing his pastime in Treta, Dwapara came, Lord Krishna came. And Lord Krishna was in Vrindavan and he was killing all the demons, Putana, Trinavarta, Shakatasur. And when Krishna was killing all his demons, once Srimati Radharani approached Krishna and said, "Do you remember in the last Leela we had, you had promised me that you would not kill any demons with any arrows and bows, weapons. I find that you are still killing the demons here in Vrindavan." So Krishna said, "Yes, I promised, and I'm keeping a promise. I told you that I will not kill any demons with any bow and arrow. So I'm not using any weapons now. I'm using all my hands and legs, my mouth, and I'm killing all of them." So Radharani said, "No, I don't want you to kill the demons at all. So you take a vow, please, that you will not kill any demons." And Krishna said, "That's very difficult. I already planned my script. I'm supposed to kill so many demons in this Dwapar Yuga. So I promise you, next time when I come again, I take my incarnation, I will definitely not kill any demons." So the next time Lord came as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and indeed he did not kill any demon. But Srimati Radharani, when she saw Krishna promising, he said, "You have promised me as in Ram Leela also, and now here also you are giving another promise, but I want to ensure that you really follow your promise. So the next time you come, I will not come as your consort, I'll rather come in your heart. And through that heart, I'll control you." So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's wonderful, beautiful pastimes, you find that Lord Chaitanya is non different than Radha and Krishna come together. Krishna is carrying the mood of Srimati Radharani. And therefore Krishna is very merciful and he doesn't kill anyone. In fact, his avatar is to deliver everyone. And those who are more demoniac, they get more opportunity and chance. And Krishna delivers them more as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we can see that this mood of Srimati Radharani is very much the primary mood of Lord Chaitanya. Therefore, Srila Vasu Ghosh, he sings a very beautiful bhajan. Yadi Gaurana hoito tabe ki hoito. So there's a bhajan, Vasu Ghosh, he is singing that if Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would have been not there, then in each and every line he mentions what would have happened to us. We would have not known this, we would have not got this, and so on and so forth. But the first thing he mentions is Yadi Gaurana hoito Radhar Mahima Prema Rasa Sima Jagata Janate Ke. The first thing the whole world would have not known if Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would have not come was that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, without mercy of him, we would have not even known the mercy or the glories of Srimati Radharani. So you find that how in the Gaudiya Sampradaya, in which ISKCON is part of Gaudiya Sampradaya, we get a wonderful opportunity to go deeper through our acharyas and the glories of Srimati Radharani and the glories of her greatness. And through the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, coming in the parampara of Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Acharyas, we are getting the same mercy. Um, and this mercy is available in a very easy form. Wherever we are staying, we are actually uh, encashing this mercy. What was only available initially in Braj Bhumi, Vrindavan, and later in Navadip Dham, is made available all over the world today. Every nook and corner, Prithvi Tyache Jatanagaradi Gram, every town and village, we find this beautiful understanding of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy of approaching Krishna to the mercy of Radharani is available to all of us. So, irrelevant of which place, what circumstance we are in, we can always dive in wherever we are and get absorbed in this beautiful philosophy of Krishna consciousness, which is primarily highlighting of how to achieve mercy of Krishna through Radharani and to achieve mercy of Radharani through by service to devotees of Krishna and Radharani. So time is not in our favor much, but I'll end with one small beautiful pastime, which again is from Vrindavan, wherein we see that how Srimati Radharani very mercifully manifests her mood, and she's always ready to give her mercy to each and every conditioned soul. So one time, one peacock came flying from some other part of the world, flying into Vrindavan, and he saw that everyone in the Vrindavan were very happy and they were constantly chanting the holy names of Srimati Radharani. So while going around Vrindavan, he asked someone that I also want to achieve Krishna's mercy. How should I do? So one of the devotees in Vrindavan told the peacock that you should go to Nandagrao. That's where Krishna stays. Go and chant in your own voice, peacock voice, Krishna's holy name. So the peacock flew and reached Nandagaon. On the outskirts of Vrindavan, Nandagaon, the peacock stood there and chanted Krishna's holy name, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So he constantly chanted Krishna's holy name throughout the day from morning till night, but nothing happened. She was very much kind of morose. What is this? Someone told me chant Krishna's name in Nandagaon, and I chanted a whole day, but no one came. Krishna also did not come. She was disappointed, and then he went back. On his way back, he met the same devotee who had told him to chant Krishna's name in Nandagaon. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry. You should actually rather go to Barsana and chant Radharani's name." So the peacock thought, let me take another chance. So the peacock went this time to Barsana and he stood near the outskirts of Barsana and chanted the names of Srimati Radharani. Radhe, Radhe. As soon as he began chanting the names of Radharani in pure way, Srimati Radharani manifested herself in front of this peacock. And Radharani asked, why are you calling my name? So Peacock told the whole story of how he's come from outside and he wanted Krishna's mercy, went to Nandagaon, and now the devotee told him to go to Barsana and chant your name. And Radharani said, well, you went to the right place, Nandagaon, but you should have chanted some other name, not his name, Krishna's name. What should I do? Should you go back to Nandagaon now and you chant my name there? So the peacock said, what will happen? You go and see, Krishna will give his darshan. Krishna is very kind. So the peacock went now to Nandagaon again and began to chant the names of Srimati Radharani. And as soon as he began to chant the names of Radharani very purely, immediately Krishna, Nandanandan Krishna, manifested in front of Lord, in front of the peacock. And he said, why are you calling me? And the peacock said, first tell me that when I came here before and called your name, you did not come. But when I'm calling Radharani's name, you came. Why is it so? So Krishna says to achieve my mercy is very difficult. I am very, very selective. But if someone chants Radharani's name, then I have to give my selective behavior and I have to be very much merciful. So since you chanted Radharani's name, you made me very happy because I always like to hear Radharani's name. And because you made me happy, what will happen is I'm going to pick up one feather from your beautiful body and put it on my turban. And this will remain always on my turban. So this story of Vrindavan I heard from Dinabandhu Prabhu, Srila Prabhupada disciple, and he mentioned that how this is why Krishna wears a peacock feather on his turban, because the peacock made Krishna happy by chanting Radharani's name. So we will stop here. Thank you for joining today. Any comments or questions are welcome.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranams. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. That was really very wonderful class. Hare Bol. So starting from the mercy of the gopis, means the gopis, they are giving the dust for Krishna to subside his headache, and then going to Srimati Radharani's mercy, and how Lord Srimati Sita Thakurani Sita Rani is telling to Lord Ram that he shouldn't fight, and that's how Lord Ram promises in different yugas how he will come and he will fulfill the wishes of Srimati. That is very wonderful, Prabhuji. And lastly, you told about the peacock feather, why the Lord puts the peacock feather. And actually, there is one more story also, right, Prabhuji, for this peacock feather, why the Lord puts that when Srimati Radharani is getting angry, the peacock dance, and that's how the anger of Srimati Radharani subsides. And Lord Shri Krishna is saying that since you have done this, I will accept your peacock feather.
Yes, there are many stories. This is one of the stories.
Okay. So thank you so much, Prabhuji. That was really very wonderful. Very nice. It is like a pre-Radhashtami lecture we hear today. Thank you so much for that. Hare Krishna.
You should thank
So
Prabhupada
dear
for writing that verse with translation and purport explaining about Lakshmi Narayan. That gave me a clue to speak about Radhashtami.
Very well. So dear devotees, any questions? Yeah, I see Jyoti Mataji. Please go ahead with your question.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Dhanavad Pranam Mataji to you. Hare Krishna, Dhanavad Pranam Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I wanted to know, is there any collection of books where we can get every detail of Vrindavan that could relate to the pastimes that has happened? Is there any collective source? Could you please name for me?
Yeah, there are many devotees who have written books about various pastimes in Vrindavan. Within our ISKCON society, we will find books which are written by, there is one book which is written by Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj on Vrindavan. There is one book written by Loknath Swami Maharaj in Vrindavan. There is one book written by Rajshekhar Prabhu, who is Prabhupada disciple. These are the three, and also Dinabandhu Prabhu has written 2-3 small books on Braj Leela. So you can access these books and you can get more insights about beautiful pastimes of Vrindavan. Apart from that, there are many devotees who take devotees on tour within Vrindavan. There are devotee guides. So then when they take, they also mention beautiful stories and pastimes. Actually, the stories are all there within Vrindavan. When devotees go for this long parikrama, they call it as Chaurasi Kos, Brajmandal Parikrama, which goes for 1 month. They go to every village in Vrindavan. You go to every village in Vrindavan, then there are so many small temples, and every temple associated with some pastime of Krishna for thousands of years. So when such experienced devotees go to all these temples, they collect all this nectar, and some of this nectar they have shared in their books, and we read this book and we also receive this nectar. We also share with others. So these are some books you can refer.
When this happens, 1 month parikrama and all, where we can get the details?
Kartik is around the corner. It's 1 month away. So you can access that. Books are available on the Amazon also. You can check in. Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj.
Yes, Prabhuji, it's there in Amazon.
Yeah, Loknath Maharaj book on Amazon. Other books also maybe there. You can check on Amazon. Maybe some devotees there can help you give a link. I think Sonita Mataji can help.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you. Hare Krishna. Grateful to you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Yeah, the Braj Leela book is written by Dinabandhu Prabhuji. So I had the fortune to meet him the last week here in UAE, and I got a book from him also signed by him. So thank you so much for again getting that to me for me to get remembered. And we also have this Braj Mandal Parikrama in our Bhakti Sangha link, Mataji. You can go and check, which is done by Padma Sakhi Mataji. And every year she used to give wonderful parikrama for us all. So this year you can join us also on the virtual parikrama. It won't look like virtual. It will be as if we are there in person. So yeah. And any more questions, dear devotees, or realizations? I can see Ekar Radhika Lila Mataji is asking, send the quote source. Which quote, Mataji? Okay, Prahaladanand Prabhuji, you have raised the hand. Please go ahead, Prabhuji. In the meanwhile,
Okay.
Ekar Radhika Lila Mataji, please let us know which quote you are asking for. If you can unmute after Prahaladanand Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, please go ahead. Prahaladanand Prabhuji.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji, now we can hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry, Mata. First of all, Dandavat Pranam to all the Vaishnavas, Mataji and Prabhuji also. Very excellent discourse today. And what touched me was this, the boy lost at Prayag, the mother. So it's so touching. I feel that we are really lost in this material world, and we have forgotten our real mother, as Srimati Radharani. And we are lost in this material. We identified with our temporary mothers and fathers in so many species of life and all that. That also is said in this Chitraketu Maharaj's son's episode also in Srimad Bhagavatam. But Srimad Bhagavatam, Rushabdev Maharaj has said such a nice thing. He has said that, Parabhavastava jato yavan na jigyasatatma tattvam. And then he says, Gata smruti vindate tatratapan. So we are all agna who have come to this material world, and we are looking for our real mother, but we identify with temporary mothers and go through so many spaces of life. So this was a very good story, and very good a reminder for all of us that our real mom is Srimati Radharani, and we should cry for her, and she will really respond and take us to Krishna. Thank you very much for allowing to speak, Mataji. Thank you. Haribol Prabhuji.
Haribol. Yes, Prabhuji. As Prahaladanand Prabhuji told, it's a very wonderful realization, Prabhuji, you have given it to us. So as that small boy, what's his name you told? Chintu.
Munnu.
Munnu, okay.
Munnu.
So as they got lost, we have also lost in this material world, and we are searching for our Ma, who's Srimati Radharani, who is most beautiful than everyone else in this world. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving us that realization. Then who said? Yeah, I could see Disha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes. Who said? Mataji. Shama Gauri Mataji, you want to say something?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very, very beautiful class and very nice stories. Very nice glorification of Srimati Radharani. So, Prabhuji, I missed the point. Like you were saying, Radharani came and touched the face of Krishna, and Krishna said, "Why your hand filled with dal and rice?" So, where this thing happened, Prabhu?
Where it happened? It happened in America, Charlotte.
No.
This happened in Vrindavan, I'm sorry.
Vrindavan.
This is story of Vrindavan Dham, where it's mentioned of how Srimati Radharani was once got late when Krishna called all the gopis and Radharani to join him in Ras Leela. So when Krishna was waiting for Radharani became late because Radharani was busy feeding the devotees of Krishna who could not take prasad because it was raining heavily. Now it's raining also heavily here in Mumbai. Therefore, I'm holding the mic like this. But anyways, so the point is that Radharani told Krishna that, You attract everyone to Krishna consciousness, but when they come to Krishna, it is my responsibility to keep that hope alive, that you continue. Krishna's mercy will come one day. You will able to make it up. You go back to spiritual world. So Radharani is the one. She comes in the form of she inspires Shri Guru, the devotees, to keep our hopes alive. Yeah, because to come in Krishna consciousness could be difficult, but most difficult is to stay in Krishna consciousness. So initial part of attraction, Krishna does it, but then after that, Srimati Radharani as mother takes over and she takes us along. And she's always very busy maintaining the devotees of Krishna. So that's the sum and substance gist of that story.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very nice.
Hare Krishna.
Very wonderful. Very merciful, Radharani. And Srila Prabhupada told us to become a devotee of Srimati Radharani, not just Krishna. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, so there is one more question. Thank you so much, Shyama Gauri Mataji. So Disha Mataji is asking what we can do on Radhashtami to please Srimati Radharani.
What you can do on Radhashtami to please Radharani, you can hear the glories of basically the whole day should be absorbed in devotional service. Even though we are all practicing Krishna consciousness, but our days are always mixed. So we can maybe, if that part of the world wherever we stay, we have a holiday that day, then we can absorb more in Krishna consciousness that day, hearing, chanting, preparing bhogas for our beautiful deities in our home or nearby temples, and doing vrata. We are fasting till noon that day, chant extra rounds, read Srimad Bhagavatam, read Chaitanya Charitamrit. So if we can engage fully that day, and the whole idea is we are doing that so that we could please Radharani, because on appearance day, as we know, Acharyas are very merciful. Similarly, the most merciful Srimati Radharani is more merciful on our appearance day. So in this way, we can catch her attention, possibly, and by engaging more in service of Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Basically, we don't have to do anything new in Krishna consciousness. Everything we already have. The only thing we need to do is do it more better, right? So we already have everything in our hands. We already know it. Just we need to practice it more consciously and more carefully. So to do it every day becomes very difficult for conditioned souls like me. So such appearance day comes, and then it ignites a fire in us that okay, I have not been chanting so attentively and didn't chant much rounds, didn't study so much. So this is opportunity. The blessed day is coming soon. So let me do on that day at least. So we become focused. We become very much awaiting the next opportunity. So it's like that. It's like, it's like some of you are staying abroad and you are waiting, next time when you want to come to India, go to Vrindavan, Mayapur. The excitement builds up as the days come closer, right? Start packing and thinking, now I've been Vrindavan, then Mayapur, I'll come to India, something like that. So yeah, so Radhashtami could be one of the days like this. Radhashtami, Janmashtami, Gaur Purnima. In fact, Radhashtami's mercy opens up the mercy of Kartik coming soon, 1 month. Big bumper sale for us. So in this way, we can be conscious for the upcoming 2-3 days, how we can be more kind of focused and grab as much as mercy as possible on that day by chanting, reading, serving more. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Roger. So I think on Radhashtami, as you said, as you were saying in your lecture, that Radharani, Srimati Radharani told to that man to go in Nandagaon and chant my name to get the mercy of Krishna. So we have to chant the name of Radharani to get the mercy of Krishna always. So thank you so much. Prahlad and Prabhuji, I think you have some more questions. Prabhuji, you have time, right?
Yes, last question we can take.
Yeah, okay. Prahlad and Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me, Mataji?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji, very well.
Okay. I just wanted to add that I have this book by Purushottam Swami Prabhuji about Radha Rani. And it's such a beautiful book. So many, chapters are there, almost 57 chapters. And, anyone can buy this from Amazon. And really, it gives you so much information about Srimati Radharani. I've learned so much. So I'm just, telling others if they can want, what is Radha Tattva, what is Radharani, Gopal, Radha, the gopis. And there is so many sections, and it's given such excellent detail. Everyone can benefit from that. That's just one thing which I wanted to add, Mata. Thank you very much for allowing me.
That's a very nice book, which had also devotees can refer. His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj written. I think so that part 1 and part 2 of that book. If
Yes,
available, you
yeah.
can buy both. Otherwise, whatever is available, you can buy and read.
Right. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you
Hare
so
Krishna.
much, Prabhuji, for telling that. So actually, we have so many leelas in that book where we can sit and laugh on reading that. All Vrindavan pastimes will be there in the book. So that's really very nice to read. I mean, like again and again reading also, we don't get bored. So that's how the leelas are. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, and thank you all the devotees. Thank you, Prabhuji, for joining us and giving us this very beautiful lecture with all the katha. It was very relishing, very nice question and session also, and you gave us the hint how to reach Krishna through Srimati Radha. And thank you so much, Prabhuji. We want a association in future also. With your permission, we will end the call here. And devotees, let's pay our pranams to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpa tripasya kripa
कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Jai.
Thank you, Prabhu.